Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Carter Hall, and I can't thank you enough for coming back to another episode of the What Really Happened podcast. On today, I'm honored to have April Hernandez and Athena Rodriguez come on the podcast. They are two CrossFit athletes who work out at CrossFit 806, and they are, man, let me tell you about opposites attract. They come on and they tell their story about how their uniqueness is so they come together and form a great team. How one helps the other out in workouts and how they prepare for competitions and their own creative team name known as the A team. With their name starting with the letter A. They go more into detail about that, so make sure you tune around and you check that. You hear, listen to that story. But man, I hit record and it was nonstop laughs from beginning to end. So much so that I actually forgot to do an intro for them. So that's why I'm kind of doing this format. If you like this format a little bit better, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, if you have any more like videos you want to check out or like to subscribe, I don't know where it's gonna be at or this side somewhere, but there's gonna be a link available to check out more videos and to subscribe. So yeah, can't thank you enough for coming to the podcast, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So no further ado, let's get right into it. This is Athena Rodriguez and April Hernandez. Let's go.
We're too high for climbing. It's a long way down, but I don't mind if we're trying.
You ask her one thing and then she goes like this.
What'd you say? Do
I
what?
said whenever you ask Athena one thing, she goes right here and then she goes like this and then she goes right here. That's her inline. Like it's from A to B. And it was supposed to go like this, but Athena does the whole detour and then she goes and sings that. And you're like, bro.
Like the details.
So you ask her for one question, it's like a minute question, right? She ended up telling a whole damn fairy tale out here.
I started her good though.
Speaking
So
of
like,
the first,
Athena gets to the point.
speaking of the first question, Athena, I'm just kidding. um, I'm just kidding. No, how'd y'all get? I was gonna ask, how'd y'all get? How'd y'all get into CrossFit?
Oh, how do we get in CrossFit? You want to answer
Yeah.
this question or you want me to go first?
We both had different stories though.
All right. I'll go first. So it was back in like 2020 where I was just like looking up like new to like stuff to work out and everything like that. And I was like, looking on videos, and I was like, oh, look at these people working out and like them winning money, right? And I was like, dang, like first place you get like freaking thousands of dollars. I was like, oh, I need to do that. So I was like, okay, I started watching all these like crossing videos. And then I started like working out at home for like the beginning of January that year to like I want to say like I think in August when I started going to CrossFit 806 and actually being a box and like being with like the community and everything. So and ever since then I just stayed over there and that's how I've just been in CrossFit. Just want to get more fit and like see my potential and gains and everything like that.
Getting gains, getting swole.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, what about you, April? How'd you get into CrossFit?
Well, mine has nothing to do with money, but
Bro, I'm trying
So
to
straight up, so
She's not
Athena just straight up trying to chase a bag here.
So when I moved to Amarillo, I was like when I moved to Amarillo, I came to school and I didn't have anything to do. And then I was going through a period of time when I was really, really in a black hole. So I was at 300 pounds when I started the gym and I was going to True Fit and I did a whole year of personal training with a member there. Well, after that whole year, I was like, well, I need something more challenging, something different. So I started looking at CrossFit and I started like reading like the benefits, looking at videos and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I think I can do that. So then I started looking up gyms at in Amarillo for CrossFit and then 806 came up. So I was like, okay, I see good reviews. And like I went in there and one of my coworkers on the ambulance, she was doing personal training with is it Brady? Brady, yeah. With Brady.
Oh,
and
Brady, yeah.
huh?
Sorry, I don't have to go. Like, yeah, Brady. He was on my podcast not long ago.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, well, he was doing personal training with my coworker, and she's like, dude, it's a lot of fun. Go try it out. The gym's pretty cool. And I was like, okay. So one day I just went in there and asked Kyle. I was like, "Hey, like I want to try it, but I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I'll like it." And he let me do like a class session and let me be in it, participate and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So after like the training, the 1 week of training that you have with Brady, I really enjoyed it. And then after that, I just stuck around.
Oh, that's cool. That's super dope. So you weren't chasing a
Yeah.
bag of money like Athena was. You were just strictly
No,
just
I
wanting
wasn't
for
that
the health
selfish.
benefits. So you're in it for the so April was in it for you're in it for the health benefits, Athena. You were just in it for the
Yeah,
money.
I am. This is so good for the money.
That's pretty funny. So how it's all like so y'all are my first guest like that I have two at once, if that makes sense. So like you're on my first like team like in CrossFit, if that makes sense to have come on. I've always had like individual athletes come on. So we're kind of talking earlier, like not really talking, but like how did like y'all meet? Like y'all meet at the how did the A team meet? We were all just talking about muffins one day after or something like that, and you're like, oh, I like
No,
this
so
muffin.
Athena was already there, right?
Yeah,
Like
I was already here.
I can only imagine. I can imagine Athena going in to Kyle like, "Hey, where's my money? I want my money. I want my cross.
I want first move on.
I want that
So
rich front.
anyways,
I want that
Athena
rich.
was good, but she's better with me now. You know what I'm saying?
I want. Yeah, Athena went up. I mean, Athena. Sorry, you probably went up for Kyle. Like, I want that rich front money ASAP now.
Oh,
April's
no,
like,
Kyle's fault is because we're here.
Yeah, it's
all
legit. Kyle, like so.
So I was like, when I first started, I didn't know like what class I would enjoy most because there's different times. So I went to every single class to see where I would fit in, right? Well, at that time when I was working on the ambulance, my shift was in the morning, so morning classes were off the off the charts. Unless they were my day off, I would go in the mornings. But like slowly over time, I realized I was like, I kind of like the afternoon class. I was like, I feel like that's where I fit in more. So one day, this chick happened to be there, right? And then
This
and
chick.
6:30 class, right? For whatever reason, it was a partner workout that day.
Oh yeah.
And then Kyle was done like, hey, Athena, this is April. April, this is Athena. Y'all two work together. I'm gonna call y'all the A team. And I was like, okay. This is my first day. I'm like, hi. I'm like, how are you? Like, my name is April. And he's like, my name is Athena. And then after that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Rest
it's
is
just
history. That was literally
Yeah, that was it. It was all Kyle, man.
it was on Kyle. And now
Athena,
anytime he sees like he's like, if he sees one or the other, he's like, where's the other one at?
Yeah, where's the other one?
it's funny since I've been there. It feels like every time I see y'all are like glued to the hip. I mean, like y'all like attached to the hip every time I see y'all now. It's like it's everybody like I could go to the 5:30, 6:30 normally, and rarely on the 4:30 class. But every time I see y'all, everybody's like every time I see like Athena or April, one of y'all together, I'm like or individually, I'm like everybody's all the coaches like, hey, where's the other one at? All the time I'm like always I'm like if the April's around, I'm like, where's Athena? Or if Athena's around, I'm like, where's April at? It's like always interactive. Like they gotta be here somewhere. It's always like
And
that.
then
I felt like this. Go ahead.
and
Go
then
ahead.
somebody would like she'll text me like after class, like if I don't go for whatever reason, she'll be like, yo, so and so was asking about you. And I'll be like, Athena, so and so's asking about you.
Yeah, it's just like back and forth, and it's just funny.
It is funny.
Oh really? So it was just that quick. I mean, y'all just had that quick that quick. I cannot speak today. It's funny. I have a podcast and I can't speak at all. So so yeah, just it was just that quick. I mean, I guess y'all just like Kyle was like, hey April, hey Athena, y'all are team, y'all are pairing up for this workout. It was just that quick.
Literally, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
And then throughout the whole workout, we got to know each other.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, okay, I like that class.
The class, and I was like, yeah, I like April. You know, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
all
all
right.
pouring my heart and soul out here. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, we became really good friends, as you can tell. We're not best
Yeah.
friends.
That's pretty funny. So what?
No,
Why?
this is
How's
like-
up? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. What was I
Oh
saying?
no, you're good. You're good.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, how did the A team, like, how did that name come about? Was it just because both your names start with an A, that why, or like how did that name come about?
I don't know. Kyle was the one that day. He's like, April,
Yeah.
Athena, April. I'm gonna call y'all the A team.
I think with our names.
I'm pretty sure it was
I'm
the
pretty
April,
sure
the
it's
A,
the A's.
and the A and Athena.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
for the longest time, because I didn't know about the A team, like the actual name until I don't know if you'll remember this at all. Like so I started the actual gym. Like, I didn't start CrossFit until like years ago, but I came to
Yeah.
CrossFit 806 whenever we were doing the Murph Mondays around that time. And so March, April, maybe I don't know. So the first time like actually like met y'all, I remember like seeing y'all participate and acting together was the Reds when the Reds Frozen came to Amarillo in 2020 earlier this year. And I don't remember this. I interviewed y'all and I walked away and like y'all gave like such great answers and I walked away. I'm like, oh, the 18, that's pretty cool. Whenever that came from. And I saw y'all at the gym. I'm like, I kept wanting to ask y'all, but I know it's too like I didn't know y'all well enough at the time. So I'm like, I don't look like a stooge going through these random people. Like, how did y'all come up with the A team? So
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally who came up with it. Pretty sure it's because of that though. Because of our names.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like whenever neither of us there, and then we come back together to the gym, and then we're like, oh, the 18 back.
Because it popped up on my screen earlier, and I'm like, the A team. I completely forgot that was y'all's name together. That's pretty funny though. That's pretty funny though. So
I'm pretty sure it works out a lot.
Yeah,
It's like
that's how we get introduced though. Honestly,
Yeah.
new members
Really?
would be like, like the coaches or whatever that the afternoon coaches, we already know who's there for the most part.
yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, this is so and so, make them feel welcome, and then they're like, that's the A team, and then
the loud
the loudmouth in the classroom, and then
The
everybody,
loudmouths?
yeah.
My favorite part, I don't know, like, or y'all, I don't feel like I'm not trying to put y'all like out there like that, but my favorite part of the workouts when we were doing like the 200-meter run and the warm up, and y'all are like, it feels like y'all are completely just laughing, having like cackling behind me or in front of me, having a great time. I'm like out here dying, like on this 200-meter run, I hear y'all cackling and like having the greatest time. I'm like, what is so funny? It feels like y'all are having a great time back there.
Now
The
we
warm-up, we
secretly
don't
died,
take warm-up
but
serious. That's why.
we never take the warm up seriously.
We start goofing off, and then Kyla, Holly, Holly's always the one that makes us run, and it's like, oh, we have like 2 miles that day, and she'll be like, go run another 200, and I'm like,
So
oh, man,
so
Holly loves
everybody
us
has
back.
y'all to thank for the 200 for the running. Everybody has to thank y'all, right?
No. We basically walk that.
Oh yeah.
We're always the
We
last
basically
ones on the warm up.
Everybody's going and we're just here like yeah. But now we do good during the marathon though.
No, dude. During the workout though, that's what we
Yeah,
try
I
to
know.
take it serious. We don't take the
See.
warm up serious.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I'm on the warm up trying to like warm up, and I'm like during the workout, I'm completely dead. But y'all are like going 100%. I'm like, I'm barely at 50% during this workout. I don't get how y'all have the energy to do this metcon at 100%. Like, how do y'all do it? I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm like, how does this A team do it?
Depends on what kind of energy we had. Because there's days that we're just like,
sometimes we'd be waking up from a nap.
Sometimes before we go to CrossFit, we're cranky or hungry or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, Athena, I'm not doing it today. She's like, neither am I. So we just like half fasting. Like, then the coaches get on to us like, I know I can do better.
They get on y'all. I've never heard anybody get on y'all before.
Oh, you should see
Kyla
get on us. We be the artist would be like 35 pounds, and she's like, "Go get at 55," and I'm like,
I'd be like, Kyla, I'm getting the 5. And I know you weigh.
I'm getting the 5.
Yeah, we'd be like, we're gonna get like the 10 pounds on this workout. And she's like, y'all better go up.
She'd be like, I did 10 more pounds tonight. Now you do 15 more. Kyla's the one that gets onto it.
Yeah, she pushes us in a good way though.
So what's kind of crazy?
What's his name? What's the other? Jared.
Jared.
Jared's been something else lately too. He's cool and all. Yeah, but he's real stern. He like gets to the point. And I'm like, we can't really be ourselves sometimes there. Like, dude, we're gonna get in trouble.
It feels like if Kyla or Jaren got on at me, I don't know how I'd feel about it, honestly, because I know they're coaching. I'm like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, man. That's how I'd feel, honestly. I'm already completely dead as it is. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to go more. I could hear them saying that something, though. Like, you gotta go up. I'm like, I'm dying with this rate right now. Let me see if I can go up.
You're just like, hold on.
I gotta be so polite. And I'm like,
yeah, we maybe screaming at each other. I'm over here like the background, just watching it all fall down. just background recording and everything.
We're always laughing in that class. We're always.
Yeah.
Were those two students in the classroom? Who was it? Was it Kyla? One time she's like, "I'm gonna put you."
Oh yeah, it
started
was Kyla.
when
When Kyla started
happened?
first coaching.
yeah when Kyla started first coaching, she was like, "I'm gonna put you in the corner. I'm gonna put you in that corner," and I'm like, "Kyla, I'm gonna be like."
I was like, we're gonna be yelling at that big fan, and then we go.
Like you separated, it's gonna be way worse for you, Kyla.
I just want to ask. Speaking of working out, whatever. I was gonna ask, like, speaking of working out and yelling at half across the gym, whatever the box. But how do y'all like when y'all like do you like competitions? Do y'all do competitions first of all, and secondly, when y'all like if y'all do compete, like, because the only time I've seen y'all actually like compete in an actual legit competition was during that Rich Running competition. Or I seen it online. A league, the most recent was a league of their own. That competition where y'all took second or first, I can't remember. Yeah, but when y'all competed, do y'all have like a method how y'all go about like working out together as a team?
Oh, he's talking about the
Gotcha.
League of the World.
Yeah,
So
all the competition.
yeah,
Yeah.
so she's way better at cardio than anything. I mean, that's what my biggest weakness is anything cardio.
Yeah.
I do not run unless
I
it's
don't
for
either, so
food.
don't worry.
I would like have like a fishing pole of food and go go.
It's like
But
that one
then it's like
commercial. It's like you
all
should have
the
been quicker than.
cardio.
See that one commercial? I think you should have been quicker than that. That's how I feel every time
Yeah,
I'm running.
literally. So, anyways, like her, I mean, she's strong. She has a strong point, but I feel like the big difference between us is she's way better at cardio. Like she can run, she can do the bike, she can ski way better than I can, right? But when it comes to the heavyweight, I feel like that's more of my strength right
That's
there.
her strength.
So we learn how to balance our strengths and weaknesses, and we have both worked on both of them.
Yeah.
Like I worked a lot more on cardio, and she's worked a lot more on weight, strength kind of thing. So I feel like we're a good combo right now because we balance each other out. It's like a seesaw effect, you know?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's times where she works way harder than I do, and it's vice versa, on depending on whatever
Whatever it is.
Yeah, the
Because
scenario
like if
is.
it's like more cardio than anything, I'll tell her like I'll do majority of it, and then it'll give her a break. Like I think it was a Rich Running event. We had that cardio event.
Oh, the sandbags, remember?
Yeah.
Like on
So
Oh
when
yeah.
was it? What's Rich came?
yeah, when Rich came.
What was the competition name? It was an actual competition.
Yeah. Which one was it, Carter? It was. Was
I
it the
know what you're
Rich?
talking about.
Was
Let
it
me
clean
look this
water or
up.
something?
No, it wasn't the clean water. It's when Rich hosted the event and we did also.
The Feed Love Clothes event.
Oh yeah, the Fila Cool event. Okay,
That
yes.
one.
So like that event with the sandbags and the echo bike, I told April that like I'll do more on the what was it,
Echo bike and
the
that
echo
was
bike.
the sandbag.
And and there was sandbags, and since she's better at like lifting it and everything, she was doing more of the sandbags, so we were balancing each other out right there. While we were giving each other a break really on
Yeah.
events.
Oh yeah.
It's like
That's
if
pretty
it's
cool.
more of like weights, she'll do more.
Yeah. So like that.
Oh yeah. There was that one.
So yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there was
Tasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
kind of the yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you.
so you're good. But that's pretty basically it. We focus on each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we'll highlight the strengths, and then we'll work on the weaknesses together.
Yeah, we try to come out with a game plan, look over the workout, see what who's gonna start it first, who's gonna end
Where
it
we're gonna
first.
struggle the most.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
And especially when fatigue comes kicking in, it's like, okay, now we need a redirect or something like that. But
Yeah.
we're very competitive though. I feel like
Yeah.
we were very competitive.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you always gotta have that one person in your team, right? That's super competitive and like not I mean y'all both gotta be competitive, obviously, but if you're gonna be gotta be doing your thing, right?
Yeah.
So like what's the like what for y'all like what is that game like you said you're developing a game like a game plan, but like for y'all like without giving too much away, like is these y'all game plan like usually every like before going into a competition or just like during the middle of a competition, like okay, I gotta do this, or a thing like I gotta do this, or April, I gotta do this, like you said, you're working on stuff. Like Athena, like you said, you've been working on like strength stuff, and April, you said you've been working on cardio stuff. I mean, like I suck at cardio. Like I suck at cardio. Let me just preference that. Like I'd rather lift and like do the stuff like that. I'd rather do like For sure, 'cause I'd rather do bench press. I'd rather do that stuff with a barbell as opposed to like running 400 meters a day and killing myself. I'd rather
Yeah.
much rather do stuff. I mean, like, what does game plan developing look? What does game plan look like, y'all? Do y'all game plan in the middle of a workout or more like before a workout?
I think
For
it
competition.
varies. It
Yeah,
honestly
it varies
varies.
because shoot, during the field level clothes event, we
had a game plan. We
had
thought
a
we
game
had a
plan.
game plan.
Yeah, we thought we did.
And then like the first event, I was like, dude, we're not doing this no more. Redirect.
Yeah, we redirected. So luckily we have like a good amount of time in between the events.
There's like a plan A and a plan B. Like plan A fails and plan B goes.
Yeah.
So we'll have a game plan before going, but then once we start our routine
Like,
or like the
really?
workout and everything, and it's like okay, now we can focus on where we're struggling right now.
Yeah.
So it's both. I feel like it's
So-
both.
Yeah,
Alright.
I feel like it's both.
Oh, really? So for me, it feels like plan B or plan A, excuse me, for me would be like, okay, I'm gonna have my game plan. Plan B is like, okay, abort. I'm going like all on the fly here. I don't know what's going on here. Like that's typically how I do every workout. It's like, okay, plan A did not work. Okay, how am I gonna do this in the middle of a workout? I'm just gonna just die here. I wanted to go gas line 100% here, but that's typically not how you should do things in a workout. That's not expert advice. I'm not giving that, but um, so so most definitely, like if there's a running workout, no way. I'm getting time cat for sure. If there's a running workout. So is there one workout to get? Is there one workout that y'all do together? They're like you said, you do stuff together like a lot, but is there like individually when you're working out? Is there one workout that like Athena? Is there one that workout you like the most in April? Is there one that you like kind of type of workout you like better? Like as individuals, take the 18
Oh,
out of
individuals?
yeah, as individuals.
Oh, like as like working out differently, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which ones we like? Gotcha. Honestly, I think the workouts I like. I think that more was like weights plus cardio, like a good even and out. Um,
And why is that?
I like to burn. Honestly, like I like feeling like if we're doing like heavy weights, like with the cleans, deadlifts, front squats with the barbell, and then like we're going out for like a run or like we're having like ab workouts like in between it or something like that. I feel like it's a good way to see where my body is at individually between those since we have both of those combined in one. And I'm like, okay, maybe if I was better at like, let's just say like running, I'd be like, I need to do more running. So I was like, if my weightlifting was fine and I was like, okay, I could do these like without taking a break and then dying on the run, I'd be like, well, maybe it was the weight or maybe I was just dying on the run because like my body just
Yeah.
couldn't do it anymore, you know? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like both of those.
Do you like get like do you find your inner power from that Rhea Ripley shirt you're wearing?
Heck yeah. I feel like I just beat up everybody now.
Yeah, you and I talk wrestling all the time, and I don't know if April you're a wrestling fan at all, but it feels like Rhea. It feels like the first time I think we actually like met like talked because I think you're wearing like an old school like when Rhea Ripley's shirt. This is like I'm your mommy or something on it or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's a cool shirt or something like that. I'm like, or something like that, wasn't it? Or something like that, or the Judgment Day shirt. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Oh yeah, and I'm like, that's so cool. I've never seen one like that, but like in person, like and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like I never see those like mini shirts around. And I think that's how we started. Go ahead.
I'm freaking. I think it was who was it? I want to say it was Chris or something. They were just like, "I'm your mommy." I was dying.
So
I was
how'd
like,
you get?
"Oh yeah, that's a WWE superstar."
Oh my goodness.
So embarrassed.
Damn
How-
it, Ray.
So you should next time they're cooking in class and you're there, you just randomly wear the like just like wear that whatever to them. Like, one of the times you're coaching, just wear that shirt. See if they remember it.
Dude,
So how'd you get into wrestling, Athena? Was there a certain person or a certain match that you saw like, oh, like was pretty cool because
How did you get into wrestling?
Okay. So, I have an older brother, right? And you know how like
yeah.
brothers are, like yeah. So like he was always into like the Lord's type stuff and like gaming, and my dad was a big wrestling fan at the time. So like Rey Mysterio was my favorite
Oh yeah.
guy, like to see, because I grew up like back then, like watching him young, and I was just like, oh, so me, my brothers, like we would all wrestle and stuff like that, and we'll all on the trampoline played around.
There goes Athena.
Yeah, where's Athena? She out there freaking beating up brothers and stuff. So no, like I've been a wrestling fan since I was young, and then like I think like during middle school till high school, it kind of fell off because I don't know, wrestling at the time during those times it was just I don't know. I feel like it just went downhill for a bit, and I was like school and stuff like that. I barely watch TV. I'm not gonna lie. I played a lot of sports.
I know she don't watch a lot of TV because she don't answer me. No, now I do.
No, I didn't.
No, let me tell you, she don't answer me for like 2 or 3 days, and she randomly pop up like, "Oh my goodness, bestie, how are you?" I'm trying to text you for about 2 days.
A whole 48 hours later, she finally responds back to April.
Now she does that to me too. Don't let her fool you.
What?
But yeah, that's how. And then now that like I feel like ever since I graduated and I'm done with freaking school, I'm like, oh, back to reality. Like, look at all this I've been missing.
Look what I've been.
Like, what the freak happened?
That or she'd be taking naps.
From
I've been taking naps.
24-hour naps.
Hey, with all the workouts.
She's been taking 24-hour comas. That's what she's been doing. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, Rey Mysterio, I remember him watching him when I was born in 97, so I'm 26 now. I remember him watching him back in the the old days, the early 2000s. I'm just kind of crazy. I remember speaking of the Judgment Day, I was supposed to call you Rhea. I don't know why, Athena, but I was supposed to call you Rhea. I don't know why. So I remember back in the I remember back in the day whenever like Dominic, I know I read your shirt and I was going to call you Rhea. I don't know why, but so. But I remember back in the day whenever Dominic was a little kid in the storyline back in the day, and now he's like part of the Judgment Day, being the scumbag that he is, you know.
I know. I look at him now. I was like, wasn't he like the little kid with the
Yeah, the ladder match and all that. April's probably listening to this like all confused because he's probably not a wrestling fan. I'm like,
I
what?
don't know. I'm like,
crazy.
Like, it's like she's like, what is going on? Like, if I explain the match, like, there's a certain match that he was involved in, and if I explained it to a non-wrestling fan, you would have your head would be so confused and hurting so bad. Like Rhea, I called you Rhea again, Athena. It's that sir. I'm telling you, it's that third, sir.
You're a good guard. It's funny.
Yeah,
oh
like
my goodness.
talking to a non-wrestling fan, it's kind of confusing. Some of the stuff you see in
I
wrestling.
know who John Cena is. I know the Bella twins.
Oh, because they're back like in the freaking diva era. Okay.
I know them.
That's pretty cool. But do y'all have like in CrossFit, CrossFit
You
though? Do
can't
y'all have?
see it.
Oh no.
That's the only thing I
So far,
remember.
so far, I like this podcast. This podcast has been pretty fun, honestly. There's like no structure in it at all. Like, I love it. Y'all's
Yeah,
energy is something
awesome.
else, a good way.
So you're gonna love us, Carter.
Do what? Do what?
You're gonna love us, Carter.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
old.
what do y'all have like a certain like person y'all like in CrossFit, like who was an inspiration, like Rich or Tia Toomey or someone like that? Is that nature?
I didn't know anything about CrossFit. Oh, Danny Spiegel. My answer, she. Oh my goodness, she thick as heck. I want to be strong and toned and muscular like her.
Like who?
Danny Spiegel.
Oh yeah, she's pretty good.
I like her.
I
like her.
I think I like Christy O'Connell.
Oh yeah, I think
You
we're
think
talking.
you have an obsession?
Dude, you have an obsession with Danny? What the
We both got an obsession. We'll be like, dude, look at this.
He's like screenshotting Danny's stuff and sending it to her. She don't got Instagram, so I'm over here like she missing out on everything she doing.
I
Not
know April needs to get on the
Okay. This is her personal. What's going on there?
April needs to get on the Instagram train right away so she can keep up.
You know, okay, you're the second person who said that because freaking
I
Korean,
need what?
you need an Instagram.
Oh no, I don't.
The way she said no.
Oh my goodness.
She living off like the off grid over there.
Yeah, I have a Facebook and I haven't touched Facebook since summertime. I've been on Snapchat for like 4 or 5 months already.
How come you haven't been texting me on this?
Huh? I don't suspect you on Facebook.
So April, so I take it April's not a big social media person.
Right, no, she's not.
Just she's not
I don't
keeping
like
in touch.
social media.
So if I say
really
like,
don't.
so if I could spell like CrossFit, like Matt Fraser, Rich Froning, all the my other thing, Rich Froning. If I name out like a bunch of CrossFit people, April, you wouldn't know who even more.
I just know Danny and
Danny
Tia.
Spiegel.
Tia?
Tia.
Yeah.
That's
You know
her.
Rich because she's
I know Rich because he came. Me list or my list or whatever that dude is. The super, super tall.
Merdos?
That one.
Justin?
Yes, just him.
Justin. What
Justin
else?
Medeiros?
And the one that you said, should you say?
Oh, Christy?
Yeah, Christy. That's it.
Wasn't one of them? Didn't one of those girls come to Amarillo with Rich one year?
It was Tia.
Tia Toomey, that's right.
Yeah.
She came, didn't she?
Dude, I wish I knew CrossFit at the time. I was here.
Well, I don't care. I'll be getting autographs from everybody. Like maybe they'll blow up one day. Like this professional skateboarder, whenever they came into town, they're at the baseball field and it was like this whole thing.
Mhm.
I don't remember his name. I have his signature somewhere in my truck. It's like wrapped up and everything because he was
A big dude.
a big dude, and I'm like, I don't know who you are, but sign this.
April's just
Going up
I
to
know
random.
about it. I saw it in the truck though. I don't know who he is. I still don't know who he is. I just know he's famous. He had a really pretty eyes though. That's something I remember.
You're going up. So you go up to random people and just like, hey, I don't know who you are. Can I have your autograph? Kind of situation going on. That's
I
what
know.
you do.
I'd be like, I'm a huge fan.
Do you know my name?
Can you sign this?
Like, do you know my name? No.
But they don't ask that. They don't care. They just sign things. Now, if somebody I really enjoy like watching or like a singer or something like that, I'm like, oh my god.
no, listen. If she saw Danny, it'll be on a whole different neighborhood.
I'd be so starstruck.
This woman.
It's pretty much how I felt whenever I saw Rich for the first time, dude. Did I ever tell you this story?
I don't think
This
so.
quick story. So I always knew Rich had come to Amarillo because my older brother Brandon, he's been doing CrossFit for years, right? So I got into CrossFit because of him. So long story short, I was at another previous gym before this one called Tornado Alley CrossFit, and so I knew Rich would come to like Amarillo around that time, 2016, 17-ish, when I first knew. And so long story short, so I just never Rich would always come to Amarillo, but I would never see him, right? So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Rich is coming to Amarillo. That'd be cool if I meet him one year, whatever. Years and years go by, right? I'd never meet him. So when I finally joined CrossFit 806, I felt that this back in like March, April, whatever it is, I did May, during Murph time, I finally went to like the year that he came with Tyler Christopher, I can pronounce his name right. And like all those guys, they finally came. And I was like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go finally see Rich. If I gotta do it once, I gotta go do it now, right? So I walk up, I drive, I walk up and anything like that. And I don't know where, like, this is my first time doing it, right? So I don't know where to go in actually during a competition. This is my first like real like legit competition in person, right? So I go up and like I'm kind of going up these stairs up that parking lot, they're at downtown.
Oh yeah.
So I was walking up those steps. I didn't know like there was like I didn't know like when you turn into one way, like those are for athletes only. I didn't know. So I turned in there. I see a blue mayhem sign. I'm like, no, let me back up, let me back up, let me back up. So I walk up the stairs, right? And I see athletes. I'm like, oh, that's cool. This is probably where everybody's like the whole competition's happening. And I'm like, I turn around, I look around like this is not where the competition's happening. What's going on? Did I go to the wrong place? And one guy goes, hey, where are you going? Like, are you lost? I'm like, I think so. I don't know where I'm supposed to be at, honestly. I didn't know you had to go one story up more. So I go, he goes, go up the door, you'll be fine. So I go up to one story.
And I look before I go up to one story. I look down at those signs they have for you. You know those blue signs that tell your name, like the eight. It says like the A team, like that has like your team name
Yeah.
on them. So I happen to
Oh,
look
yeah.
down before I go up, and it says Mayhem something. I'm like, holy crap! I just talked to a Mayhem athlete, and I probably just ruined his whole chances of whatever of something of winning. So I'm like, okay, whatever. That's cool. I messed up a Mayhem athlete. I'm kicked out of here for sure. So I walk up, and I go. So I walk up and open the door, and I see the whole competition, like the rig and everything, right? That level, that upper level. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I right when I open the door, I see Jaron. So I walk up to Jaron, like he's like he sees me, he's like Jaron sees me, he's like, hey Carter, how's it going? So I immediately just walk up to him, like, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. We start talking. I start talking to Jaron, right? And literally 5 seconds later, I turn to my right and I see Rich Froning running right behind me. And I'm like literally like 2 feet from me. I'm like, I froze. I'm like, holy crap. Like, this is my first time seeing Rich Froning in person. He's competing. I'm like, I almost legit, have I been there 5 seconds before? I would have ran into Rich Froning, literally ran into Rich Froning and bumped him down probably. And I would have been like, his whole CrossFit like journey could have ended because of me. I would have been like starstruck and so like devastated at the same time. So like I was starstruck when I saw him. I was like, oh crap, I'm in the competition area. I should not be here. I gotta leave. I gotta leave now.
Oops.
Oops.
Oopsies.
I messed up one of his teammates warming up, and I messed up Rich Froning almost messing him up. So I'm like, there's no way I should be here right now. I gotta leave. I gotta take 5 minutes and just go leave. And then I turn around and I see y'all competing. I'm like, oh heck yeah, that's pretty cool. Athena and April here.
Dude, yeah, we had her stuff right next to theirs, and I didn't even know because I was waiting on her, and I just put it right next to.
Yeah, I had the same
the Mayhem
situation
crew.
with you. You got there before I did, and I never been there before. So I was like, I don't know where to park, and I was like, Athena.
I didn't know where to park either. Honestly, I didn't know where to park at either. It's so
Yeah.
confusing downtown.
Yeah, the first time going there is honestly confusing. So I don't blame you, to be honest. I was like, what the
I was
heck?
looking for her, and I was like, I don't know where to go.
How many
She
times
parked in
have
a whole other building? with
I
me.
parked in like a different building, like it's like a block away.
she blocked the whole park away? She's getting a workout before her actual workout start.
Yeah, I literally got to work. I was already sweating by the time I got there. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Trying to find you." She was yeah, and then we're camping right next to Rich and them, and I was like, Athena, where are they?
Who are they?
You're explaining to them. Try not to be so loud, saying their names.
She's like a professional CrossFitter. And all this. She's like, no way. And I'm like, we gotta get a picture.
I would have paid anything just to see that whole situation going down. Who is that? Oh, he's a four-time CrossFit Games champion. That's Rich Froning. What? They gotta get a picture with him. I would have paid.
He's the one that's hosting it, and I was like, oh, get this bro. I didn't know who he was.
Would you have known if it was Spiegel?
I'm telling you, who was that? Danny Spiegel. Should be like, I know who that is.
I know who that is.
So anybody else but Danny Spiegel, you would have not known who it was.
I wouldn't know who the hell they were. No, I'd be like, huh? The only reason I like Danny because I feel like that's the person I can relate to the most. Like, I don't know, she's strong. I like inspire to be as strong as her. Maybe one day, but
how many pounds sandbag? Like 250.
250. When she threw that sandbag
over, shoot, that was crazy. Yeah, I feel like that's why I like Christy too, because of how relatable.
Oh, really?
I feel like to her too, yeah. We're both the same height. She made it to the game, so I'm like, man, that short people can make it.
That's pretty much how I feel when I have to go take a picture of Rich and everybody, and afterwards, and I was like super nervous and starstruck too, because my first time, like, you know, that back lower area where they hung out before, like during heats, whatever, when they weren't competing. So I went up to the Rich and I was kind of like pacing back and forth. I have to go to start walking to him, and like I was stopped. And I finally walked up to Kurt. I'm like, I forgot to talk to him. I'm gonna go talk to him once, right? So I was so starstruck, like the stooge that I am. So I walked up to him and I stopped like halfway through. And when I tried to go turn around, the guy goes, "Hey, come on over. I can come say hi." I'm like, I was like a deer in headlights. I did not know how to react. Whatever I was planning on saying went out of my head, and I like, okay. So I kept walking, and I'm like, can I, like a little 5-year-old, can I get a picture with y'all? And then Rachel got up and was like, yeah, man, my name is Rich Froning. I'm like, yeah, no crap, dude. Like, I know who you are. Like, you're a 4-time CrossFit Games champ. I'm like, of course I know who you are. And I was like, I shook his hand. I shook his hand, right? And
Yeah.
I'm literally, I didn't know he and I were close to the same height. So I'm like, so I shook his hand, right? And I'm like looking him 9-eye, and I'm like, dude, I really love your documentary, dude. And that's the first thing that came to my mouth. I don't know why I said that. It just came out. And I'm like, and Kyle was just right there too. And he's like, hey, this is Carter. He's been working out with us for about 2 weeks now. And I'm like, I love your documentary, dude. And that's really the only everything I said in my head literally just went out. And I love your documentary. That's the only thing I could say to Rich Froning. I can only imagine what I could say if I saw Matt Fraser. I can only imagine like how big of a doofus I can make myself like.
I think what we said was like, "Hi, sir, can we get a picture? Nice to meet you."
Yeah.
I took his hand. I'm like, I don't know who the hell you are, but I do give you a handshake.
Nah, man, I'm fine with you though. I could give you like, oh my gosh, they're here. I'm gonna go talk to him, and then
And I go up there like,
like,
"Hi."
they'll be like, never mind, I'm just kidding.
Athena, Athena,
Like, what up?
No, I'll be a deer in headlights too. Like if I was to see like you for Danny, and like I was to see like any like other CrossFit big athlete that I like and like Rhea, I'll be like, I don't know what to say.
No, I'm not like that though. Like I meet a famous person, I'm like, I love you so much.
Athena, would you have somebody in CrossFit that you would be starstruck by at all if you met in person?
I feel like I'd be starstruck by Tia. I only say that because that woman's freaking crazy.
She's put
Oh, really?
some limits and boundaries.
Who was that, Athena? Who'd you say?
Tia Claire Toomey.
Oh yeah, Tia Claire Toomey.
Dude,
I would
yeah,
too.
I feel I would start by her because like honestly, I feel like it'll be like a dream come true, like competing, you know, against like the best of the best. Even if I freaking lose by her, I'll be like, I still got to compete, you
To
know,
even
like
make it
up
that
there.
far.
Yeah, and to even make it that far.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
feel
pretty
like
cool.
that. It'd
Yeah.
be like, hey, you know, I competed against this person back in my like prime days.
Back in my day.
If she wants to compete, I just do it for fun.
Speaking of competing, Athena, like I know you keep talking about like working out and stuff like that for like, but like you and I talk about like how much you want to compete. Like, does that? But in April, do y'all see yourself competing like in a team one day together, like eventually getting to the games or the Open or anything like that?
If I was to compete, I would have to be with her.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it by myself. I wouldn't have the motivation. I'd be like, screw this.
Yeah.
I feel like I would get burnt out if I did it by myself. Because even when we work out, it's like we might be like tired and everything. But I was like, come on.
Yeah, she's secretly got it.
It's like, we gotta do this, you know. If it wasn't for her, I'm like,
Yeah, I like competing with people. That's how like some of the events, like the one they had with the 2 males and that 1 female one, that CrossFit you saw, the classic.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to do it, but then like I hurt myself, so I was like in recovery mode, and I was like, I don't know if I should just go. But I was like, I don't know, I don't want to like go and leave the bestie out because
the best it's
different.
different.
It really
It's a
is
different
different.
vibe. I
Like,
feel like we come a long ways. We've been friends. I've been doing CrossFit for like 2 years, so like we've been going for
friends for 2 years.
2 years.
Oh wow.
Just going.
So
That's
we
pretty
have
cool.
definitely like found each other's comfort zones and struggle points for sure.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I feel like if we keep working on it, and
A long ways though.
we have come a long way. I
That's
like
pretty
even
cool.
though I was like started before her. I freaking like was in I was in the injury list for like a good year.
She was crippled. It was crippled.
So like it like literally I started CrossFit, got injured for like a whole year back. I'm like serious back-to-back injuries. And then literally when I finally like freaking my body's like, okay, we're done hurting, you know, and injuring ourselves. That's when April showed up, and ever since then,
Yeah.
I mean, it's stuff, you know, working out a lot. Your body's gonna hurt certainly. So like, but it's been good though. It's
Yeah.
not like major injuries that I did have before we started working out together.
Yeah, but I feel like we worked on a lot of our strengths. We improved on our strengths, and we have improved a lot on our weaknesses. I feel like now I'm okay on cardio. Like she's still faster than me though, but I'm a little bit behind her still, but not like when I first started. You know.
See, it's like
Yeah.
that. She's still stronger than me. She's still trying to like and get to like her, but she gonna keep up with me, so not like she gonna hold
balancing each other out.
she gonna hold like
There's
like 5.
there's times
She
too, like
got 2 years weightlifting up on me.
there's
Well,
been
I did
times
weightlifting in high school. Like, so when I came to CrossFit, like some of the movements were not new to me, like deadlifts and squats and stuff like that. But like snatches and the dumbbells and the running and skiing, I was like, what the heck is this? Olympic trainings, oh my lord! Like,
Yes. I just did sports. I didn't do no actual weightlifting stuff like that.
she just naturally gifted, you know.
Yeah, just naturally. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that.
You know, some people had to work for our stuff. Some people are just born with it, though.
some of us are born with
You
it.
can throw me into a wall and I'll survive.
Yeah, so there's been times where like I'll be working out with both y'all, not like in the class, and I felt like I gotta take like pre-workout or something or beta alanine or something.
Oh no, we don't do any of that. We just take protein.
Yeah, I take post. I eat before I be going, so I be like fuel naturally.
Naturally,
Naturally.
Get it from the gardens of you.
Like West.
Like blessed all the way. Ate the forbidden apple.
But there's been
This is why I got hurt.
Oh goodness.
No, but does that pre-workout work for you? Because like
It makes me feel like I'm on cocaine or something. I am.
sounds like
I feel so wired. I
We're
took it
talking
a
about-
couple times. I don't like it. That's the reason I don't take it, because I don't like it. When
I-
I first started training, when I was first doing my individual training, my trainer was named Austin. He was like, "Have you ever had pre-workout?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, you're going to today." So I got a dry scoop, right? That's how I got a dry scoop. And he's like, drink water. Like, okay. Like 10 minutes in, I was drenched in sweat. And I was like, dude, we're just warming up. I can't do it. After the workout, I was like, I had to go like run a mile because I was like still wired. I was like, when did this stop?
When does it stop? There's been time like I'm not a big I'm not a very huge supplement person. Like I don't there's like certain pre-workouts I like. I try to stay away from those things as much as possible because like I hate that feeling like your body's like itchy and tingling all the time.
Yeah, it feels like it's it feels like you're like whenever you fall asleep and it's like that numbness. That's what it feels like, dude.
Like-
It's like then you feel it on your face and your body, your legs, and you're like, bro.
The only stuff I take is this stuff. The only stuff I take is podium, you know, and that's the only thing I literally take, and that's it. Like that's something I like. The only pre-workout I took was something called amino energy. And I would take like a scoop of that, and I'm like, I'm good to go. Like I haven't taken it in months, but that's the only thing I like don't feel tingles from. So I'm like, if I don't feel tingles or like needles and stuff like that, then I'm good to go.
There's actually non-stimulant ones that you can take, but if I was to take it, it's like I want to feel the tingliness.
okay.
We're like a different breed, and we just enjoy the pain, you know.
Yeah.
Go
the
through
pain.
it, tough it out.
Yeah. Just tough it out.
Just tough it out.
She makes you bring your snacks before we work out.
Because I'm the only reason. She's the reason why I show up. It's like if I'm showing up for you, then you should be able to provide my snack.
Yeah, so you should be eating. I mean, sometimes I'll be doing it too. So you're like, we be eating real quick before we work out.
We have gummies. We don't candy. We don't even snack healthy sometimes. We just be popping gummies.
She'd be bringing the freaking like the nerds. And, like, they're just bringing like
Laffy Taffy.
she's bringing them over here. Like I shouldn't do it.
Have some carbs.
But I need.
And then we're like, nom.
Yeah. Like, don't mind us. We're just eating back here. The class is warming up.
Yeah, it's got warming up when we're still eating our snacks.
This is funny.
Oh, goodness.
Before you
But we
head on
don't
out,
just do. Huh?
go ahead. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said we don't just do CrossFit. Like we do our outside stuff too.
Yeah,
So
we work out individually. So usually, honestly, before we go to CrossFit, we already did like a workout beforehand. So that's why sometimes during the warm ups at CrossFit, we're legit.
That's the
already
reason. That's the big reason why we don't ever take them serious because
Yeah.
we're already warm by the time we get there.
Get
Like
there.
we're just gonna do our own thing,
Yeah.
or sometimes we just don't care. To be honest, we're like stretch. Okay.
Yeah, we stretch. All right. And then we'll do the workout.
Yeah.
Like on your Athena, your Instagram, like you post like a lot of stuff like going like crunch and stuff like that, like working out, putting that extra work in. I'm like, that's pretty cool though. You're actually like putting time into like before or after work. Like CrossFit workout, you're doing something before and after him. That's pretty cool that y'all are both doing that, like doing something extra. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like CrossFit does a lot, helping you out, like losing weight, because it's like everything like HIIT workout, strength,
It's an
conditioning.
endurance class too. It's like a combination of all sports together.
Yeah, so I feel like honestly, going to CrossFit for like how many years I've been going and like learning everything about it. And then working out individually. So like I go to CrossFit just to see what my weaknesses are. And I'll go to the gym and work on those weaknesses. And then I just basic back and forth to see if like, hey, did I get good at this? If not, that needs more work. I need to put in more work for that so I can be better at that movement or whatever they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's what I do. Yeah.
I just want to be stronger.
Yeah.
I just want to be stronger, like in every movement that we do. And some, like I said, like the snatches have been like my biggest weakness. So it's like working, but working on snatches and stuff like that. At the gym on my own time, I'm incorporating some of the movements that we do at CrossFit, but at the same time, I'm more focused on weight training than anything. And CrossFit, it's like more of a little hobby, and it helps me see also like if I'm improving on my movements, if I'm improving in strength, if I'm improving in like endurance and whatnot. So I like it because it's a little checkup point for me personally.
Yeah, good cardio.
And I get to see her. I get to see her.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see each other.
Don't worry.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, before you head on out of here, I got one more question real quick for y'all if I want to answer it. Do y'all have like anything y'all like to say to like people who are thinking about joining CrossFit or anything like that? Just to give it a try. Anything cool you want to say from the A team?
Dude, honestly, okay. When I first started CrossFit, I really didn't know anybody, but like I knew I was coming into a community of everybody's gonna like help you out. They're gonna cheer you on even when they're like the last one to finish. I've been the last one to finish a lot. Like
Tell me about it.
I really have. I'm not even gonna lie, like I've been there. And I don't know. I feel like telling them like anybody who wants to like to join and stuff like that, you're gonna make friends. You're not gonna be alone. Everybody's gonna help you out one way or another. Nobody's really gonna feel left out. Like you're not left out in there. And seeing like whatever goals you have in mind, rather that's like building muscle or like losing weight or whatever, you're gonna see the results in as long as you go to like class, put the work in, eat healthy. That's a big key right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big. I'm like, it's like 80% right there. But I don't know. Like I tell people all the time, like my family members, like join CrossFit. Like people are scared because they get hurt from it, but honestly, like if you go in there blindly and you never worked out in your life and you go there and like start doing what everybody else is doing, like the RX weights and stuff, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like that's why they have like the principles of like doing mobility, stretching, so you won't hurt yourself during those workouts. I love that power base. Now I say that.
Well, that's pretty awesome though.
Right.
I mean,
so I would say it's one of the like anything in life, CrossFit takes time to improve on. It's definitely a sport where it will push you to your comfort zone and it'll show you where you're made of for sure. Because when I started CrossFit, I was 300 pounds. So like she said, I was last on everything. There's a lot of things that I didn't know about CrossFit. I went in blindly. I didn't have anybody, so I did, and then I found her. So for starting like from ground zero, it's something that's gonna push you. If you're consistent at it, then you'll improve, but if you don't be consistent with it, then you're just bound to fail. But a key factor is just making sure that your work ethic is shown in the gym for sure.
yeah.
And just keep working at it. And it will test you on you're not supposed to be comfortable in CrossFit at all. Like it's awkward. Like there's some things that you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do this again. But whenever you start improving on your weaknesses, I feel like that's the win. I feel like my biggest weakness was, like I said, snatches, and then when I started being able to hit the triple digits, I was like, it took me 2 years, but just getting there, it's just getting to that peak. It's an amazing feeling,
It is for
and it's
sure.
not for everybody. It is not for everybody.
No.
But if you want to try something new, challenge yourself, I say go ahead and try CrossFit. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think you're big.
Really,
That's good advice. I think it's good advice from both of y'all. So I thank you for sharing that, obviously. But I think it's one of those things too. I've been doing it for years now, for like 3-4 years, maybe if not longer. And it just feels like that's one of those things, or at least 3-4 years now. And it feels like it's one of those things too. Like you said, it's not really for everybody, but everything again, everybody should at least give it a try. Like don't go in thinking you're gonna do like the RX weight on some movement, some barbell movement or something like that, because like one of y'all said, like you're gonna get hurt if you're gonna like go in there like they can do something, like you're gonna like your back's gonna hurt, or you're gonna get injured, do this, So like I said, I've seen people come and go, but there's, like you said, consistency, like what April said, just takes consistency. So thank you for sharing that, though. Pretty good advice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Kind of awkward for it. Yeah. So before you head on out of here, I feel like I had something. It totally left my mind. Yeah. So can we see the A-team back in action anytime soon, or no?
I got no life.
You got no life.
She has a life.
Well, this one depends if she'll answer her phone, because I don't hear from her for like 2 days.
Yeah. That's kind of like we're off air. You said you're a paramedic or something like that, aren't you?
Yeah, I work on the ambulance service here too.
Oh, really?
So it depends.
She has a life but doesn't have a life because she lives on the
I live on the ambulance, or I live in my vehicle, whichever day of the week it is. You'll find me somewhere. I'm either at home, at the gym, or at work. One of those three. That's where you'll find me. This one you either find at home or a gym.
That's
What's
true.
Every time I text her, like, where you at? She's like, at home. I just got out from my napping nap.
That's the whole time. I swear that's the whole time.
And then if not, she's like, I'm at the gym getting this back workout, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Bro, gotta get the wings.
Gotta get the wings.
Gotta get the wings.
Oh man.
And then like not only that, but I feel like it's crazy that we're very competitive against each other too. Like,
Oh yeah.
I can do that better. She'd be like, I can snatch that better.
And bro, there's only like 2 lifts I could out freaking lift her on, and then the rest she's like 100 pounds more than me. I'm like, you can have it.
You can have it. You see that? You can have it.
Oh man.
Pretty funny.
Squats or
Hey.
deadlift for sure.
Bro, yeah, she gets me on the squats and
She
deadlifts.
was like, I did 215. I was like, 215 is my warm up.
Like 3 zones over here, like I'm still trying to get there.
Still trying to get it there.
But then she's like, she's running for miles. I'm like, bro. It takes me like 10 minutes to run 100.
I'm over here like
10
I
minutes
did
to
a
run 100.
incline at this pace, and she's just over here like. Oh, man.
Well, ladies, thank y'all for coming on the podcast. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, laughed a lot
It
more
was
than
a
this
lot of
podcast.
fun. I like this.
Oh yeah, do
y'all have anything else to say before you head out? Like anything y'all want to talk about or no? Might have missed conspiracies. Rhea Ripley, CrossFit would pretty much hit it all.
Bro, we start talking about WWE. Everyone's gonna be here like John Cena.
That's gonna be the thumbnail for the podcast. That's April going to doing the "you can't see me" thing. That's gonna be the thumbnail for the podcast. So stupid. Hey, I'm watching a create GIF, and that's gonna be the thing whenever I post the podcast. That's gonna be a GIF. I'm gonna post that as a GIF. I'm gonna get a gift or GIF, whatever this is that, and that's gonna be what everybody gets everybody's attention.
Everybody's gonna be like, forget what they said about CrossFit.
You did it like
okay. Whenever we go in competition, if there's another competition again,
Yeah.
April's gonna be like the "you can't see me," and I'm over here doing like the Rhea Ripley pose over there. These nerds.
Who brought these circles in? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're gonna just die out of
This is why we always get off track together, because we're like, we start for one thing and we just laugh about it for like 10 minutes.
and then we go back to it.
That's
But
pretty
yeah.
funny. Dang. Next time I want to be at y'all are competing. If I'm there, I'm going to be watching for y'all's like WWE stuff the whole entire time. See how many you can do in a workout or a competition.
I think we should do that stuff.
What?
You can't see me.
Just go in a competition, just start doing some random stuff. Hey, I have a wrestling belt. Carter. I
What's
have
up?
a Rita's NXT wrestling belt, and I'm just
Oh,
gonna
really?
go out there with it. Yeah, and she signed it.
Oh, who did?
Come out there, just like have the belt up there holding it, like we earned it. Oh my
Let's
goodness.
get another one so y'all could be like tag champs or something like that. The A team.
Yeah, we're the tag
That's-
team champ.
The A team. That,
Even if we lose, we're still number one.
hey, y'all are
We
y'all
won
are
the Spirit Award, you know?
Oh yeah, we won the Spirit Award at the Feed the
At the Rich event or
That
whatever.
was crazy. I didn't
hey,
think
those are your
Yeah,
those are y'all
it was
are
like,
yeah, I need to find a way to this be the way like that I can get like belts made for y'all that has those like spirit of spirit like champions on it or something like that. Y'all carry that every competition you'll go to. Like y'all gonna be like the Rome like, Rhea, you're Rhea. I keep calling you Rhea. Athena. You're gonna understand this. You're gonna be the Roman Reigns. Y'all are gonna be at the Roman Reigns of tag teams at every CrossFit competition. You're gonna be like champions for like 2 or 3 years. Y'all can never lose. Every time y'all go into a competition, y'all are gonna be like the most spirited team there.
that would be amazing. Start just make us a belt of our own. Oh, you know we should do that. Just make us
We
the
want
18
shirts.
belt. Yeah, because we're trying to get like what actual like shirts.
I'm trying to be bougie. Hold on, let me think.
Okay.
Okay,
He
I'm trying
takes
to be
care of the
bougie.
clothing.
Yeah, I
area.
took care of a wardrobe. So if you ever see us compete, we're matching
We
because
got
of
that.
me.
Oh, really?
April makes sure.
I make sure we look good, okay? We make it last, but we're not gonna last without fashion.
Let's
Okay?
get shirts. Get shirts made. Get shirts made or something.
Yeah, we should honestly. Well, we get shirts made for ourselves, but maybe we should have like other people, you know, like our little fans out there.
No,
Start
I
our
would-
own little
Listen.
what's it merchandise. Can't see me.
Get those
merchandise,
royalties.
little hat.
It's April doing the you can't see me.
See little April's hand right here.
That's gonna be my selling option. Oh
No,
my goodness.
it's April doing the you can't see me with John Cena. It's Athena in the background, like doing the face palm or something like that. That's y'all shirt you're gonna sell.
Oh, bro, right? But me and ever meet John Cena's like, no disrespect, bro.
I didn't mean to copyright you.
That might be copy. I was about to say that might be copyright infringement, honestly.
I feel like I wasn't with her.
It's a picture of April, but it's a little stick figure of Athena in the background.
Oh my goodness.
Me doing some random stuff like I always do.
But I want to get us a like, custom warm up, like a pullover, something
That'd be
like a
sick.
warm up, and then like just do like a
That would be cool.
and then like a nice T-shirt,
Yeah,
That'd be
something
dope.
that's good. Like, yeah,
I could see that.
Like how
we
Matt
need
Fraser,
to.
like how Matt Fraser wears an HWPL shirt. You have to get like,
Isn't
your own
that
stuff.
Fraser another CrossFit super?
Yeah.
Which was that one?
He's the one who won like what Carter like 5 times
Yeah.
or a
I'll put him-
4-time champ.
Yeah, he's a
he
5-time
look like?
individual team. I'm trying
That
to
one
pull it
sounds
up.
familiar. Not Fraser.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
See,
He had a kid.
Oh,
Tough
oh,
again.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him. Oh, okay. Didn't he do like the jump rope thing above the like the crossover version? Never mind.
Oh no.
He like
He last competed like in 2020. I have his book that hard work pays off.
let's get like a shirt like that. Like your own.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that-
sure.
Do what?
So I want to get us a Nike shirt. We're gonna do Nike.
Nike, yeah. We Nike.
We Nike all the way.
That's pretty much how I am too. I got Metcon because of Matt Fraser, honestly.
Bro, you know you can find those shirts at Academy.
Really?
Yeah, I saw they had a red, a white, and black one, so I bought me a black one, and then I wore that out.
You wore
That's my
that
favorite
out.
shirt. I even washed it. That's what she said. Left a bit,
wore that
red in
out.
it.
She replaced the HWPO shirt with a replaced shirt. Makes sense.
Bro, that's why I be going through shirts like crazy. See, this is why I be having a lot of like, yeah, I wear Rhea Ripley a lot. There's some shirts where I literally can't work out in, so I'm like, I can't ruin that shirt.
You see-
No, but this one though, this one right here though, it's a workout shirt. I specifically
You
bought
would
this-
wear that to a podcast.
I'm gonna get like that's gonna be my most viewed podcast now because you just stood up and started your Rhea Ripley shirt. That's the only reason why I'm gonna get a whole lot of views on this now. like
Well, that's how you
thousands and
get them
thousands of
fans.
views.
They remember you for Ripley and you for John Cena. I can't.
Well,
Like,
I had a
talk to
fun.
me.
Why do you think I was red, dude?
Hey, could have been like it could have worn that mommy shirt you could have worn too.
Oh, the mommy shirt?
Oh my goodness. I'm your mommy.
I'm your mommy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank guys. I had a lot of fun on this podcast. Hope y'all did too.
Oh, yes, we did.
We always have a good time. You put us in
Yeah.
a cell, we'll still find some way to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, I thank y'all again, and I gotta go on the podcast again. I gotta talk more about maybe April. We could talk more about how CrossFit athletes and maybe Athena could get more Rhea Ripley search or something, or Judgment Day search. I don't know.
Definitely
time we
I'm gonna go watch who Ripley is because apparently she likes herself.
Yeah,
Bro, she don't. She can look at the champion right now.
guess
So you really like people because they're champions or what?
Listen, you gotta be number one to be in this circle.
The type of person like if you ain't number one, I don't like you.
No.
So,
I want to support you at the top.
yeah,
He was
Rhea
trying to get
Ripley.
this out.
Oh
Yeah,
my
make
goodness.
sure you don't go into any weird sites with Rhea Ripley. Honestly, April.
She's gonna see this and she's gonna be like, seriously?
Oh,
You saw how she liked my story. Or
yeah,
she
I saw
my
that. I was about to
story.
say that. I was about to say she saw you. She saw or liked your story. I was about to say that.
That's who liked your story?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I sent it to her. She
I
was
was like,
happy for me, but
that's a good thing. I was like, I bet you that made your day. She's like, yeah, it did. I'm like, I still
Who
don't know
is she?
this is, but
It would have
now
made.
that she's talking about it, like, oh,
I would have thought it would have made. I would have thought it made Athena's like lifetime or something. The way that she liked your posts, I'm like, that's pretty cool that she did that. Like, and April's like, I can see that. It sounds like it looks like a movie. Who's Rhea? Rhea Ripley liked my story. Who's Rhea? Like, that sounds like a movie scene or something. Like, I don't know why.
oh, that's what I'm saying. I was freaking out. I was just
Yep.
like, now she needs to see my drawings that I'd be drawing over. Like, go like
And
that,
Athena-
focus.
April's shaking her head like, I don't even know who this person is, and she's making drawings of her.
April's done with me.
oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, this podcast has been on forever. I love it because it's been so fun. It's one thing after another. I love it.
It really is. I'm telling you. It's
We're-
never boring here.
No, we're never boring. You can ask anybody in class.
Oh yeah, we would be getting like Carla B said, she like she likes going to CrossFit to see us, and then
Holly loves
Holly
teaching
loves
us.
teaching us.
Remember
Kristen
the
was just-
freaking push for like I'm very like there's certain movements that I still struggle on and I still need pointers on. And I'm the type of person that's like you can show me like 10,000 times and I'm just still be like, huh? And yeah,
she was
we
struggling. It was
goofballs.
funny.
we goofballs.
It was bad. I was struggling too. That was fun. Can't remember basically what it was. But I was deadlifts. Okay, like we're real quick on my bed.
No, you're good. No worries.
We were doing deadlifts. Bro, I was sore for like 4 days. I couldn't fit over.
Hold on. First of all, we were doing deadlifts. We were doing like what the 5 sets of 3, right?
It was
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday last week.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
She was like, she asked me, she's like, well, how am I supposed to be doing these? I was like, am I doing them right? And I was like, no, you're not doing them right. So she's like, she did 1 rep, right? And I was like, no, you're not doing it right. Like, drop your ass. she dropped her ass, but she couldn't get back up. It was so bad. After that, she's like, I'm done. I'm not doing it no more.
But I'm done.
I had 2 more reps. That second rep, she told me that, and I freaking died, dude. I was just like, I can't even lift this weight no more.
Laughing too much.
I was supposed
Go-
to be holding my breath in, trying to lift this, and I'm over here like wheezing over it.
April's got Kyle on speed dial. Like, hey, Kyle, Athena, yes, he's done. Get her out of here.
No, dude, I'm telling you,
No, I'm just
after
teasing.
that,
I'm just teasing.
my back was done.
Yeah, I didn't see her, but this is the first time I saw her since not that day. This is the first time seeing her.
Yeah, there was. I think there's one day too. I think I was doing the same way too. Like the other day, like the Tuesday, the 5 like deadlifts and the 3 power cleans and all that. That's and the whatever that workout. I was so sore from doing deadlifts from like the day before, like a couple days before that. Like I was like so sore. Like I could probably do I do 225 on deadlifts normally, and like I did 165. I'm like, oh my god, can I put it right down on my first set? Like, there's no way I'm doing 5 sets. Forget this. And I took all my weight off and put like 115 on. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Like I felt the same way too. Like I have zero strength doing this.
No, you good. I honestly, I'm telling you, I felt it on that third set. I legit felt like my hips and my back and her freaking killing me on that what she said. I was done, dude. I was like, I don't want to finish the next 2 sets. I legit went up to Holly because Holly was coaching.
Oh
And she
yeah.
was talking to Kristen, and I was just like, oh, we got one more set. I seriously, like, I was just, my mind was so done. I was just over it. And I was like, oh, we got one more set. And she's like, no, we have 2 sets. And I was like, what world are we living in right now? Like,
What are we doing right now?
I was so done.
Well, she asked me. She asked me. She's all like, "Well, the guy that I'm training with, since I do I do my weight training outside of the CrossFit, and I've been working out with this one guy at the Amarillo Town Club. And anytime I do deadlifts, he always tells me, drop your ass. So that's what I told her. She just couldn't stop laughing after that. I was like, well, why are you laughing? She was like, why'd you tell me that?
I was like, I thought I did.
And I was like, no, you didn't.
Well, you're
Next
doing
time
it was the wrong way, apparently.
Her booty was up in here, and I was like, drop your ass.
Like, I'm so done. But yeah, it was bad. I couldn't bend over. I was like, April, I'm not going to CrossFit tomorrow. Like that Wednesday, I was like, that's bad. I was hurting. I thought I like pulled a muscle in my back. I couldn't lie. You're like drinking that podium.
Oh yeah.
The one that you got me on, dude. Yeah, I was drinking that. I was
The difference it makes when you do it right and wrong.
no kidding.
I told you, no.
I was drinking that. I was freaking taking Epsom salt baths.
Sure, like, I was doing everything under the bud.
Trying to make sure I wasn't straining anything. It was bad. I hate deadlifts.
I love it.
Yeah, see, it's a love and hate right there. So she compliments that right there. When it comes to snatches, I legit have to make sure I can snatch that because she ain't gonna do it during
She ain't gonna-
competitions.
It's like she's like 10 or 5 pounds above me on snatches. I'm like, bro, it's the one movement that I really don't like. Like you can have that all day. I don't care.
I
I
told
don't
you,
care.
I could lift. I'll lift her on the snatch and the clean.
Yeah,
It's
those two
it's legit just by
like
maybe
pounds.
like 15 pounds, maybe 20. It's not that much, but like when it comes to like deadlifts, back squats,
Bench.
front squats, bench, she's over here like about like 100 pounds over. It's bad. She can have that. I hate benching. I work on my not liking stuff, so
You're like,
yeah.
Julie, you only have her on 2 movements, 2 barbell movements. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the barbell. Anything on the barbell except snatches. I don't like snatches.
Yeah,
I don't like putting weight over my head.
it's scary to be honest.
That
Just-
and overhead squats. Overhead squats are another thing. I'm like,
Because I got snatch that stupid weight up there.
Like I can, deadlift it. I can squat it, but I can't. Mm-mm. No, it's too much. It's too much work.
How about you,
Well.
Carter?
Do what? I don't mind it. I mean, the what's it called I always get my movements confused, but the one where like you have to like twist it up and you like your legs split, the split, whatever it's called.
Oh, the split trick?
I hate that one. I hate that one with a passion because I don't know why.
Oh yeah,
That's the only one That's the only one I'm not a big super fan of, but everything else I don't mind because it feels like anything with like push press, strict press, stuff like that. I feel pretty good at, like bench press, stuff like that. Like any kind of press stuff, I'm pretty comfortable with. I don't know why, but like overhead squat or stuff like that, I don't mind because I think it's just so used to like the movement of like doing the push press or strict press and just keeping it up in that formation and overhead
Yeah.
squat. And I think it's the same thing. I don't know, it's not the same thing, but like anything overhead, I feel like I feel pretty comfortable in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that CrossFit push you makes you feel uncomfortable. Like when I started first doing snatches, I was like, who the hell put the weight over the head? Like, who the heck decided to do this movement one day and say it was gonna be a CrossFit movement? I don't like it. I'll still do it, but
That's when that Olympic freaking weightlifting comes in. Oh my god, CrossFit's everything.
CrossFit is everything.
CrossFit everything. Yeah, that's
You'll
pretty
be
cool.
good at something in CrossFit, whether it be endurance, whether it
Oh,
be
yeah.
strength, whether it be gymnastics, or whatever the case may be. But there's something that you're bound to be good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That with that new question, the new people that wants to join CrossFit,
Yeah.
that right there. You'll be good at something in there.
Like
Yeah.
I already knew I was gonna be horrible at running. I was like, I'm not gonna run a 200-meter dash in 2 minutes, guys. Like I need another 3 or 4, okay? I can do that.
I was about to say, y'all can have the 200-meter run. I can take the weightlifting. I can have the 200-meter run. Because y'all have, it sounds like y'all are having a great time doing that. I'll take the barbells and stuff like that. I'm not running 200 meters. Only time I'll do it is if I'm listening, y'all cackling behind me. Yeah. Well, thank y'all again for coming on. I had a lot of fun. Do y'all want to say anything else
We
before we
did
head up?
too.
No, pretty good. But we enjoyed being
Yeah,
on your podcast stuff.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
well,
having us.
Yes.
Yeah, of
That was
course.
a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
of course. Thank you for coming on. I mean, I felt like I've laughed on this one episode alone than I probably had any other podcast probably like episode. So
Oh, there's never a dull moment with us. I can guarantee you that.
yeah. Well, thank y'all again for coming on. I had a lot of fun. Obviously, it's never dull with y'all. From the you can't see me to everything else. Literally every little thing. Techniques and stuff like that. A lot of fun. Yeah. Well, thank y'all.
Thank you
See y'all
for
later.
having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, of course. See y'all.